So now I'm at the garden, and first off I look at the thermometer, and there are nice cozy 43 degrees Celsius in the shadow. Here are the strawberries and mini kiwi fruits. Strawberries, they still bear a few fruits, but not very many, just one every few days. But they have been really prolific for a good period of time when we could harvest a good bowl each day. But now they slowed down and don't have that many fruit anymore. But the mini kiwi fruits, they have some tiny little fruits on them. Let's have a look. So I tried to go near there. Don't know whether you can see them. I try to focus. Here they are. Tiny little mini kiwi fruit. Yeah, I don't know when they will be ripe, but I hope anytime soon. And there are a lot of fruits on this plant actually. So I'm very much looking forward to these ripening. The two papaw plants that we bought don't look especially happy. They have sunburned leaves and overall look very sad. But I still hope that they will be healthy enough to make it through the year. I mean, they have to stand here. It's the best place for them. In the morning it's shadowy, but now in the afternoon it's nice and sunny. They have to bear with it. I don't know, I guess they would need some more shadow, but I can't give them more shadow. So they have to somehow get along with it. The mulberry, on the other hand, looks really healthy and good. It's become a big plant, and I hope that I will get fruit next year. We gave it a stick for to grow straight up, and it got these huge leaves, and it looks really healthy and happy. This plant here is called maypop. It's a passion flower and should be very fast growing, and I'm curious when it will get its first flowers and passion fruits. The dead man's finger tree bush looks very healthy, but it lost all its flowers after blooming. I had hoped that it would get fruit this year, but I guess I will have to wait for next year. The kaki is still a stick, but it doesn't look that unhappy, so let's see what comes out of it. This is my feijoa, a Chilean guava. It doesn't bloom yet, but it's surrounded by pretty flowers. From our Rainier cherry tree, we could harvest one cherry this year. It's not that much, but I think next year it will be more. The gooseberries had few fruits this year, hopefully next year a lot more. Here are some apricots, and they're almost ripe. We wait for it every day. I think it has to be just a matter of days until we can harvest them. These are peaches. They're not quite as soon ripe as the apricots are. They will need some more time, but this is a very big tree and it's loaded with fruits, so we will have lots and lots of these. Just to give you an idea how big this tree is, I've gone as far away as I could, and I still don't get it as a whole. This is the whole tree, and it's really full with fruit. So many. This is our hazelnut tree, and we think it's so ugly and it doesn't really have many fruits on them. I haven't seen any, so we will replace this one with a fig tree. We had very many raspberries this year. At the moment they're making a break with fruit production, but here's the next batch growing, so we will be able to harvest this one soon. This is the cherry tree that was already here when we got the garden. This year it had about a handful of cherries on it, but it's still very young. Here are a few currants left. They're really the last ones. We ate a lot of them, and these will vanish into our mouth the next days. The first blackberries are ripening, and I'm very glad they do, because blackberries are amongst my favorite fruit, and we could already eat a few of them. The grapes are doing really good. From the new planted plants we removed all the grapes so that the plants can grow better, but from the old plants we have lots and lots of fruit. They will still need a bit to ripen, but we will have a great grape harvest. Here are some of the many apples that are on our tree. Some are falling down, but I hope that most of them will ripen on the tree, and I think it's not that long until they will be good for harvest. Now we will go and have a look at the slug fence patch. The tomatoes are a bit behind those of the at the allotment, but they do have some fruit on them. I will go a little bit nearer to show you. Like, here's a big one, can you see it? And there are a lot of fruits, they only need to ripen. The sugar snap peas are almost done. There are only a few left, but the plants start to wilt down and we will soon remove them. Zucchini! Yeah! Those are nice healthy plants, and if we go down a little bit, let's have a look here. There's a striped one, and if we go a little bit over there, here's a sapphire zucchini. So they're almost good for harvest. A little bit more and we will have zucchini. Here are some bush beans. They're bearing a good amount of beans on them, and we already harvested some of them. They are delicious. On the left are black carrots. They should be black through and through. I haven't harvested one yet, but I'm really curious about them. The middle row are freshly planted okra, and on the right there's parsley. Here is more parsley on the right, then cucumbers on the back, and on the left there are artichokes. On the path there are some pretty flowers, they grow there wild. This is Malabar spinach. We had some on the allotment as well. This here is looking good, but I hope that it will be growing bigger soon. Yeah, but it looks nice. We already harvested a lot of it, but there's still some left. This is cauliflower, and for a matter of fact, purple one, like the ones here in the background. You can see it has a stunning color and it tastes good. Here are the eggplants. They are blooming nicely. They don't have any fruits on them right now. We already harvested some fruits, mainly from the greenhouse, but the plants in the greenhouse don't look healthy and stopped producing. But these out here look way healthier, and I think that we will have some fruit soon again. Here are some more tomatoes. Like I mentioned before, we have a lot of tomatoes this year. It will be a great tomato year. All the plants have lots of tomatoes on them, and I'm very positive that they will all ripen. The cucumbers are starting through now. They have lots of fruits on them, and I really love cucumbers. They look way healthier than the ones on the allotment. They have many more fruit, and I can't wait eating them all. I love cucumbers. I just went a little bit nearer to show you how many fruits are on there. So here you can see some of them, and I can assure you there are many more. And I love cucumbers. Did I mention that already? Yeah, I did. This is the New Zealand spinach. We have lots of it, and it should be harvested soon. I mean, it grows all the time, and it will be many more soon. So we should really harvest some of it. The upper row here is strawberry spinach. I'm really curious on how the fruit tastes, so I'm waiting for that. And the lower row is okra, and I'm really looking forward to their fruit because I love okra. Left row is lettuce, middle row is sorrel, and right row are Brussels sprouts. I know, it's extremely late, but well, we planted some watermelons and they're sprouting right now, and I really hope they will bear fruit this year. I mean, yeah, I know it's late, but at least the soil is very hot right now and should give them perfect conditions. So who knows, maybe they will make up for the time and still bear some fruit. Here are some broccoli plants. Let's see whether this will become broccoli. Wonderful carrots. They're really pretty. I like carrots. Beetroots. They are looking very good and already building big bulbs. I will go down a little bit so you can see them. Can you see that? Here are beautiful beetroots, and I think they're ready for harvest, and next weekend we'll try to grill them, because I've heard that grilled beetroots shall be delicious, and we haven't had them so far. We like to eat beetroots as salad, but maybe they're good grilled as well, so we will try that. We won't repeat the experiment of fava beans. It was somehow a little bit of a disaster because we got less fava beans out than we planted, and they got all those fleas and aphids, and then they got all black and looked disgusting, and I think we will have a better use of the space if we plant some actual beans instead, because those fava beans also didn't taste that good, and we prefer real beans over them. So I guess we won't repeat the experiment and just give away the seeds to someone else. A short break to drink something. I think I mentioned it's really hot and sunny, and I'm thirsty, and we have this delicious self-made red currant syrup, so I'll help myself to some. And while I'm here, here's my little water fountain, and it's really cute, isn't it? It's running now that the sun is shining, because it's a solar fountain. Our blueberry bushes grew enormous on this space. They really seem to love it. They had lots of fruit in them. They still have some, and well, they aren't my favorite fruits, but they taste okay. Here I found some fruits, for example. Here's basil and some pansies. And here's my most favorite pansy. It's wild grown in this floor between the floor tiles, and it's so cute. This is the Fuchsia Phyllis. She's selected for very good fruit quality, but at the moment when she blooms, she afterwards removes the flowers. That's not how it should be. I mean, I want to have fruits and not only flowers. I mean, but at least it's blooming beautifully, and I hope to get some fruits too. These are the honeyberries. They didn't do a lot for now, but I hope that they will have fruits next year. Very pretty are the Japanese wineberries. The buds are already very big, and in some places the buds spring open and fruit appear without a flower, just from bud to fruit. Well, it's like it is. Our strawberry tree is growing a lot lately, and I hope that it will bloom soon.